Now at 6:30 on WKYT this morning, we have details on a crash that killed a pedestrian from Georgetown on I-75 overnight in Lexington.
A Lexington mother is in jail accused of driving drunk with her 2 young children.
And the trainer for an injured 2014 Kentucky Derby winner says the colt will return to racing.
And we're looking outside, seeing a few showers fly across the region right now, but the thunderstorms come a little bit later on. I'll show you when that happens coming up in a few minutes.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It's Monday, July 20th. Hope you had a good weekend and you're set to go here on this new work week. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. After a pretty steamy weekend, you can describe it as that, we're tracking the threat for more rain.
Just what we don't need. It could lead on to flooding, and that's why this is a WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. Meteorologist Micah Harris is here to explain. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, Saturday 91, Sunday 91. Today will be in the upper 80s, lower 90s. The heat's going to continue. So is the rain. Look at First Alert Defender live radar. There's a first batch of rain down toward the south, heading into our far southern zones. It'll be over the Tennessee border here in just about 30 to 45 minutes. Then another batch towards 65 that will roll down 64 and also BG Parkway. So if it stays together, Lexington, we'll be seeing this here in about an hour to an hour and a half. But the storm activity is back toward the west. It's going to take some time to actually get through our viewing area, so we're looking mainly afternoon and evening, 89 degrees with those spotty storms. Not everybody will see them, but most of us will. It's about 60% chance. And when you do, a lot of heavy rain, a lot of lightning, strong winds, and that flash flooding is our main concern. I'll get into that forecast and show you how to plan your day in just a few minutes.
We'll see you then, and we thank you.
Yeah, new this morning, police are investigating a deadly overnight crash in I-75 in Lexington.
It happened around midnight at the southbound lanes near exit 120 near the Fayette-Scott County line. And that's where police say a pedestrian was hit and killed. WKYT's Mark Barber is live now to explain what we have learned about the victim as we continue gathering information. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. We've learned that the man who died here was from Georgetown and was in his mid-30s. Now, the interstate here is back open. It took quite a while, 5 hours in all, for investigators to clear the gruesome scene here at the Fayette-Scott County line, where they say a man was hit by a car and 2 semis. The coroner has not identified the man who died here. All we are being told at this time is, again, that the man was from Georgetown and that he was in his mid-30s. Police say the terrible accident happened just after 11 o'clock last night when the man started walking along I-75 after his car broke down. Officers say the first car hit him near mile 119. Then 2 semis crashed into the body. We're told those drivers probably thought they hit a deer. Police tell us the driver who crashed into the man first pulled over and called for help.
She's been very cooperative with us, and she is cooperating with the investigators right now as we speak and is giving us all of our information.
Now, officers don't anticipate that any charges will be filed in this case because they say the man was walking in the road and they say this area was not well lit. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Right, a very unfortunate set of circumstances, and we thank you very much, Mark. Our time now coming up on 6:33, and new this morning, a University of Kentucky lab specialist is suspended while being investigated on theft allegations. Steve Ellis is suspected of stealing nearly $64,000 worth of equipment from the physics department. The Herald Leader reports Ellis is suspended, but no charges have been filed.
New this morning, a Lexington mother is in jail accused of driving drunk with her 2 kids. We picked up the arrest citation for Tracy Carrick overnight. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live with details on what we've learned about this case.
Good morning, Rebecca. Police say the mom was drunk when picking up her 7- and 9-year-old daughters from a Lexington daycare. Officers say a worker at that daycare tried to stop Tracy Carrick from driving, but when she would not stop, that worker followed the mom and called police. Officers say when they caught up to Carrick's vehicle, she was speeding while driving through very heavy rain. When pulled over, the officers found Carrick's children in the back seat and say the mom was disoriented with glassy, bloodshot eyes. Carrick failed a field sobriety test, and police say the mom told them she had 2 glasses of wine. They say she then told them she did nothing wrong other than have a few drinks. Carrick is now facing several charges, including DUI and wanton endangerment. She will be arraigned on those charges later today here in Fayette County District Court. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Hillary. One person is in the hospital this morning after a deadly weekend crash. State police say Clifford Tucker of Texas pulled out in front of a semi on Kentucky 80 near London. Tucker died and a female passenger in his car was rushed to UK hospital in critical condition. Another weekend crash on the same road injured a motorcyclist. Police say an SUV rear-ended 41-year-old Jonathan Slavey in Somerset. He was flown to UK hospital with head injuries, but we do not know how he is doing this morning.
Police went undercover to catch a man accused of human trafficking. 19-year-old Jonathan Diaz is accused of using social media to target young girls. The Franklin County Sheriff says Diaz was arrested at a motel where police rescued a 15-year-old girl. The sheriff says this likely isn't the first time Diaz has tried to traffic young girls.
He's preying on them. And, you know, our number one goal was to get these girls and make sure they were safe.
The sheriff says Diaz could face more charges if other victims come forward. The Rowan County clerk, who has stopped issuing marriage licenses after the legalization of same-sex marriage, could testify in federal court about it today. The American Civil Liberties Union has sued clerk Kim Davis on behalf of 2 gay couples and 2 straight couples. Attorneys tried to have Davis testify last week, but a judge delayed her testimony because she had not been properly notified of the lawsuit against her. The hearing is scheduled to reconvene today in Covington. Davis has said she cannot issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples because it would violate her religious beliefs. Some clerks have asked Democratic Governor Steve Beshear to call a special session of the state legislature to address the issue. Beshear, that is, has declined, citing the cost to taxpayers.
The FAA will be in Boyle County today to investigate a weekend plane crash. They will try to figure out what caused the single-engine plane to crash next to a house in Junction City. The pilot who walked away from the crash said he had engine trouble and was forced to make a crash landing. Well, a man is in the hospital after being shot and dropped off in a Lexington neighborhood. Police say that they found the victim in a front yard on Burnett Avenue off North Limestone. Yesterday morning, he was shot once in the stomach. At last check, police were not sure how the victim was doing. And that shooting comes just a few hours before a popular Lexington basketball tournament wrapped up at a new spot because of violence. The Dirt Bowl was moved to the Dunbar Center after 5 people were shot, one of them killed last month at Douglas Park. The violence raised concern about the park's safety.
It's really like a big family reunion. People come back that haven't been here for a while, you know, come to watch the games. The only thing different is we're actually indoors and we don't expect the type of crowd that we would have had at the park.
Well, organizers of the annual tournament expected to return to Douglas Park next year.
And it did happen that they did not have the kinds of crowds that they had been hoping for. Well, more than a dozen states that have opted to expand Medicaid under the Affordable Care Act have seen enrollment surge way beyond the projections. Those numbers raise concerns that the added costs will strain state budgets when federal aid is scaled back starting in 2 years. In Kentucky, enrollments during the 2014 fiscal year were more than double the original estimate, with almost 311,000 newly eligible residents signing up. As a result, the state revised its projected Medicaid costs from $33 million to $74 million for the 2017 fiscal year.
The winner of the 2014 Kentucky Derby will return to racing next year. Trainer Art Sherman says California Chrome is currently recovering from a bone bruise injury at TaylorMade Farm in Nicholasville. The injury triggered speculation that his racing career may be over. Sherman says California Chrome will likely need 3 months of recovery, and then the colt will return to his base in Southern California.
Some people got to see California Chrome out at TaylorMade over the weekend, so
okay,
it was
good
exciting.
deal.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Well, it wasn't just the weather that was hot this weekend. Some big names in music turned up the heat in Louisville.
Right, and they had some trouble with the weather. Forecastle wrapped up on yesterday. Thousands attended the 3-day festival at the waterfront. Sam Smith's Friday night show was interrupted by powerful thunderstorms. It was his first performance since having vocal cord surgery. The festival gets bigger every year and is a huge economic impact for Kentucky's largest city. So it looks like they had a good time.
Yeah, we were going to check it out yesterday, a 4:30 show of Wilco, but we were deterred, I should say, because of impending weather, but that actually bypassed Louisville.
Yeah.
So We missed
Yesterday.
Wilco for nothing, I guess.
And the weather missed you. Yeah, but they had trouble Friday night, and you could see why people might shy away. All right, it's 6:39 on WKYT this morning.
Let's get a check of traffic right now and see what's happening out on the roads.
Here's Officer Don with live drive traffic. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. Just check that trouble on the inner loop of Man o' War past Nicholasville Road. It looks like just a stalled car in the right lane, not a wreck, so it should be cleared shortly there on the inner loop. Following Tates Creek Road from Man o' War to the Circle, the slowest traffic you're going to find is the left turn lane to get onto the inner loop of New Circle just before the Lansdowne shops. Live look at Waller and Lime this morning, and on our Waze map with nothing significant showing up right now on the interstate. 75 still looks good across that Clays Ferry Bridge into Lexington. Same deal on 75 coming in from Scott County, and 64 from Frankfort. Pretty good shape. Now back to you.
All right. It sounds pretty good out there this morning. It is 6:40 on WKYT. We have a lot more news coming up on your Monday. Stay with us.
A new festival is touting their event as a really big deal. Find out which city dedicated the weekend to all things pickled.
We have a couple of showers out and about, but that's not really causing or posing any threat to flooding. It's later on this afternoon off into the evening that we see that come into effect, and I'll have that and how we get rid of this rain. I'll show you that in just a few minutes.